Hey, what's up guys? It's Ultra Turbo Launcher here, and I am back with another video. So, a couple months have passed since Beyblade Burst has came to an end, and as you guys may know, that Ultimate Valkyrie will probably be, or is, the last Valkyrie evolution that we have, or that we will ever get. So, with that, I think it would be fun to do a tier list of all the past Valkyrie evolutions that we have gotten, including the manga Valkyrie Wing Ashel. I'm not going to be counting the other Beyblades out, the other like Beyblade Valkyries that we've gotten, like from Dynamite Battle, we've gotten Prominence Valkyrie or like Drago Valkyrie. I'm not going to be counting those Beyblades, mainly just canon evolutions that we've got. So how I'm going to rank these Beyblades is based on my experiences with them. So I've seen how these Beyblades performed in my own stadium against other bays, and that's how I'll be ranking them. I'll also be going over my opinions on what makes these Beyblades really good, and also what makes these Beyblades really bad. So, of course, we got S tier being the best and F tier being totally garbage. So first, let's start off with the first ever Valkyrie, Valkyrie Wing Ashel. Now, this Valkyrie overall, I think during its time when it came out, it was the best attack type Beyblade, I assume, because I think that's a lot of people said. It has a really decent attack type layer, really decent disc, really decent driver. But compared to other Beyblades that we've gone against some other like single layer Beyblades, it's really good. But again, compared to like the newer evolutions, even like with like dual layers, this Valkyrie just does not stand a chance. So all based on like performance. So I will be judging all these Valkyries based on how good they are, like how good these Beyblades are. I will be putting Valkyrie Wing Ashel compared to all these other Valkyries, sadly in F tier. Although I think it's a really awesome looking Beyblade, and it was really good during its time, but compared to now, it's just not really that good. Next up, we got its evolution, Victory Valkyrie. Now, again, just like Wing Ashel Valkyrie, this Beyblade cannot compare with other Beyblades like more future evolutions, or even against some other dual layer Beyblades. With it as a dual layer Beyblade, it's a really decent Beyblade. But again, we've got some other like better Beyblades like Lost Longinus. I think that was the single layer Longinus called. I think. But this Beyblade overall, it's just not really that good. I mean, the layer is pretty decent. The variable driver is really good too. So I think all the parts are decent, but again, it just does not match up with these other evolutions. It's really decent against other Beyblades, like against other dual layer Beyblades. So I will be putting Victory Valkyrie at a high D. Now, let's go with. Now, here we've got God Valkyrie. Now, again, I do think this is somewhat an evolution, but it also has some problems. First off, the reboot driver does not really work. When I launch it in the stadiums, and sometimes the reboot driver just doesn't activate, or when it does activate, it doesn't really do anything much. It just spins around a little bit longer, making it lose even more stamina, and that's what creates its downfall. The spring gimmick doesn't really do anything at all. So overall, this Beyblade just really isn't that good. I will be putting it at a high D. I do think, actually, thinking about it now, is it way better than Victory Valkyrie? Because I feel like I'm gonna give it a low D. I think it's just as about the same as Victory Valkyrie's level, but I'm not really sure. Now we get into its next evolution, Strike God Valkyrie. Now this is what we should have gotten at the start of the season. The Strike chip doesn't. I mean, the only difference that we've got was the Ultimate Reboot driver, and that's what made the Beyblade so much better. The Ultimate Reboot driver is a way better driver. The chip on the layer doesn't really do anything at all. I kind of see it more as a little bit of a downgrade. Strike God Valkyrie, it does good against some other Beyblades. The same would go with God Valkyrie. God Valkyrie does not really do good against other Beyblades. But Strike God Valkyrie, it has its chances increased. But again, the chip is a downgrade. The Ultimate Reboot driver is an upgrade, though. So I think I'll be putting Strike God Valkyrie in C tier, because it's an okay Beyblade. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. Next up, we get into Winning Valkyrie. Now, I think a lot of people are going to might disagree with me on this, but I think Winning Valkyrie is definitely a solid Beyblade. Um, when it came out, it was definitely the best Cho-Z Beyblade at the time. It was able to defeat Bloody Longness. It was able to defeat Z Achilles, any other like Cho-Z Beyblades that were coming out, but that was before I think Hades released. That's when this Beyblade just wasn't doing good against those Beyblades at all. Although I will say it has been able to burst Cho-Z Valkyrie and Cho-Z Achilles many times. Because I started getting into Beyblade around Cho-Z, and I got Cho-Z Valkyrie first, and then I got Winning Valkyrie, and Winning Valkyrie just destroyed. So my experiences with it on its performance, I will be giving Winning Valkyrie a B tier. That's what I think. All right, now we're getting into Cho-Z Valkyrie. Now, Cho-Z Valkyrie is obviously one of the best Cho-Z Beyblades out there. It's in my opinion, it is the best Cho-Z Beyblade. But also, it doesn't mean it has some of its problems. First off, what makes this Beyblade really awesome is, of course, the evolution driver. The Zenith disc is heavy, and it's a really good disc. And of course, we've got the layer, which is really chunky, and the extended wings that activates the burst stopper in its lock system. So, there are two issues that I have with this Bey. First off, is the more you use this Bey, the more of its teeth just get utterly destroyed. Like my Cho-Z Valkyrie, its teeth are destroyed. Only one of its teeth has like a genuine like click on it, all you can hear, but the others just like you can't hear it. It's kind of like a Hasbro Beyblade, but like with only one set of teeth, and that's it. So that's a bit of a problem with Cho-Z Valkyrie. Second is the burst stoppers. Now, unlike Cho-Z Spriggan and Cho-Z Achilles, Cho-Z Valkyrie only has one burst stopper, and I feel like since it only stops the left side of like preventing from clicking it all the way, it doesn't mean it stops the right side from completing its lock system either. So because of that, that kind of doesn't make the burst stopper doesn't really help that much. So those are the two faults I have with Cho-Z Valkyrie. Overall, it is a really good Beyblade. Better, again, like I said before, in my opinion, it is the best Cho-Z Beyblade. So with that, I'll be putting Cho-Z Valkyrie at A tier. Now, this is where we start. This is where things take a little bit of a downfall. So with Slash Valkyrie, there are many problems to be said with Slash. First of all, I will say that the driver and the disc are really good parts. However, in my opinion, it's mostly the chip that holds this Beyblade back. And as you guys know, this is where the new set of teeth for Valkyrie was installed for GT and Sparking. As you guys know, Valkyrie has a set of two teeth, one really strong pair, and another really like a decent like teeth. So you only be able to hear like two clicks. One click is very strong, and the other one's like decent. It's like a regular click. But that's the thing. It's not really that strong though. This Beyblade just bursts all the time, and it's really I don't really even its good parts, like even the decent layer that it has, like it does not help at all. It mainly is just the weight. I mean, the layer is very light, I will say. If you want to add like more like weight, I mean, even more weight won't really help. And even the I forgot what it was called, but there was like a burst stopper, this like rubber thing for GT Beyblades, where you could it came from Dread Bahamut, the Gen weight. You can add this, and that's like kind of a burst stopper, but it does not really help out at all. Even that's useless. So overall, I mean, it was able to defeat Cho-Z Valkyrie a few times, but also it's able to. I will give credit though that this Beyblade has been able to burst Lord Spriggan once, and that was only like a double tie. So with Slash Valkyrie, I do think I don't think it's not a better Beyblade than Winning Valkyrie, although I do think it's a better Beyblade than all of these. So I'll give it a high C. Slash Valkyrie will get a high C. Now we get into sparking. Now, sparking is a big turnaround for Valkyrie. This is the first Valkyrie, Brave Valkyrie. First off, really cool name, really cool design. This is the first ever Valkyrie that does have rubber, has Evolution Dash, a driver with a really strong spring, a chassis that also helps with the burst resistance, as well as it does have its same set of teeth from Slash Valkyrie. It's really strong on this Beyblade, and the overall shape, the rubber, everything about this Beyblade. This is the best sparking Beyblade that there is. I know some people are gonna argue with me that it's Rage Longinus, but in my opinion, like, Brave Valkyrie has been able to burst Rage many times, and this Beyblade for me did not burst. Like, this is the only Beyblade that has not bursted for me ever, except only one time. This Beyblade bursted only one time, and that's it. And that's really impressive. Even Lord Spriggan like couldn't pull that off. It got bursted many times, and this is like this is my Beyblade that was the least burst out of all my Beyblades that I own, which is really impressive. So Brave Valkyrie, against all of other Beyblades, it was able to take down Rage Longinus. It was able to take down Cho-Z Spriggan. It was able to take down all of these Beyblades. It's just a really good Beyblade. So Brave Valkyrie definitely gets an S tier. Now we're entering the Dynamite battle era, and oh my gosh, I feel like people. Now, before you say anything, right? Let me just say this one time. Savior Valkyrie is not a trash Beyblade. It's not the worst Valkyrie. In my opinion, it's a really good Beyblade. It's not good. It's not the best Dynamite battle Beyblade, but it's not the worst. And let me explain what holds this Beyblade back. And there are two things. One, people will say it's the shot driver. They should have gave it a stronger spring, which I agree with. I think that the shot driver should have gotten a stronger spring. And second is the bound lock installed in the core for Savior Valkyrie. Now, let me explain this, right? With Gatling Dragon, they definitely handled it really well, but again, this with this gimmick, with the bound gimmick, what this costed Valkyrie some very strong teeth. This costed Valkyrie some teeth, and it wasn't a good trade at all. I feel like it should have just removed the bound. If it removed the bound gimmick, I think it would have been a much better Beyblade. But let me just say this: there are some pretty cool. There are some really There are some. I can't really speak today. There are some upsides to this Beyblade. One, again, it's the shot driver. It's a really good driver. Again, it jumps up just like it says, as the people have promised. And again, this Beyblade really helps out. It's kind of a reboot driver, but like it makes it much faster, and it gives out some aggressive attacks. Not only that, the ring of the Beyblade is kind of an awakening system where like these rubber pieces will break off, and it will make the Beyblade have like much sharper edges and will increase attack, which actually works. And this Beyblade has been able to burst Astral Spriggan so many times. This is also the Beyblade that bursted Savior Valkyrie. What am I talking about? This is the first Beyblade that actually bursted Brave Valkyrie. The Beyblade that has never ever been bursted. And the one to burst this Beyblade only one time was Savior Valkyrie, and that's really impressive. So overall, my Savior Valkyrie is very strong. It's able to hold up against even it was able to do decent against some of sparking Beyblades. It was able to take down Guilty Longinus. So in overall, I think Savior Valkyrie is a really good Beyblade. I do think it's a better Beyblade than all of these except Cho-Z Valkyrie. No, except Brave Valkyrie. I think it's better than Cho-Z Valkyrie, so I'll be giving Savior Valkyrie an A tier. Alright, and now we've gotten this Beyblade right here, Ultimate Valkyrie, the final evolution of Valkyrie. All of these Valkyries combined. except Cho-Z Valkyrie, because Cho-Z Valkyrie did not make an appearance in the anime for some reason. I'm just joking, guys. I know this. It's an evolution of all of these. Okay, so let's talk about this Beyblade. First of all, variable dash driver, the legacy disc, which is really heavy. The legacy driver has an awakening system, just like Victory Valkyrie. It has rubber, it has really sharp edges, it's crazy fast. It does massive hits, and I just got a notification. It gets massive hits, and again, really fast Beyblade, really good. This is a really good Beyblade. Now, I think people do overhype it a lot. In my opinion, I do think... Now, let me say this. I do think it is, so far, the best Dynamite Battle Beyblade that we've gotten, in my opinion. But when it first got released, I wasn't too sure, because it was not able to defeat Greatest Raphael, which everyone deemed to be the greatest Beyblade in Dynamite Battle so far, which I don't get why. But this Beyblade is really good. Now, it was able to take down so many other Dynamite Battle Beyblades for me to believe that this is the best Dynamite Battle Beyblade, but it also struggles against some sparking Beyblades, but it was also able to take down some of the strongest sparking Beyblades. I feel like Beyblades like nowadays do get compared to like how their performance is against Dynamite Battle and Sparking, since those are like the two strongest burst systems that we've gotten. And Ultimate Valkyrie does not disappoint. It's a really good Beyblade, although I do think that I don't really know what to say, because I don't want to, because I feel like saying that this may, I do think, I don't know, this is just such a questionable Beyblade for me, because at the start it wasn't really that good, but it's gotten better over time. I don't know if I should rank it like it's definitely going to be going in the S tier, but I don't know if I should put it behind Brave, or I think I'm gonna put Ultimate Valkyrie behind Brave Valkyrie, because I overall I do think Brave Valkyrie is the best Valkyrie Beyblade ever. I don't know, it's just Ultimate Valkyrie versus Brave Valkyrie. Ultimate Valkyrie just, it loses stamina like way too fast, and I know that the same case can be said with Brave, but again, in my opinion, right, I do think that variable is faster than evolution, and that what causes it to like use up most of its stamina a lot. And again, against other these performances, I have battled Brave Valkyrie and Ultimate Valkyrie against each other, and I don't know, Brave Valkyrie definitely came out with more wins than Ultimate Valkyrie has. So I think I'm going to be ranking Ultimate Valkyrie behind Brave Valkyrie in S tier. Overall, this is going to be my tier list for all of the Valkyrie evolutions. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you guys agree with me? I really want to know what you guys think of my tier list and how you would rank these Beyblades. Anyways, I'm going to be trying to make more videos, because I know I'm not appearing on YouTube that much, and I want to change that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on notifications. Also, please share this video so you guys can help this channel grow. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!